Today is the last episode of this series on neighborhood classifications. So today it's all about the D neighborhood, D like in David.
As a single professional, I had debt and no savings after my divorce. I always wonder how I can start investing in real estate to secure my future. I studied programs that gave me all the benefits of investing in real estate. Some claim I could start with no money, but I could not find one that gave me the practical, actionable steps I needed. As a wealth advisor, I've met people that own real estate but weren't ahead financially. They were rich, but they weren't wealthy. Then I finally realized that there was one vital component missing that makes someone become wealthy or not. And on this show, I will reveal what I found and give you the step-by-step actions to start investing in real estate and increase your wealth. My name is Araceli. Let's get started.
You made it. Today is the last episode of the series on neighborhood classifications. So we're talking all about the last of them, which is D. And I'm gonna get my presentation so you can take a look and see how a D property looks like. So Class D. Most investors tend to avoid Class D neighborhoods, and for a good reason. There are many issues and few positive aspects of the property class that would push an individual to invest funds in an area that is financially risky. The properties on D-class neighborhoods are most often older and can be in bad shape. There is no second guessing if you are in a D neighborhood. It's normally very clear by the look of the houses and location. You'll find boarded up windows, graffiti, and sections of the rooftops might even be missing. Some houses are in such bad condition that they are considered unlivable and have major code violations against them. The area itself is just as bad as the properties. D neighborhoods have high crime that includes vandalism, violence, and drug activities. They are typically not close to decent restaurants, coffee shops such as Starbucks, and good shopping plazas. What you might find are small rundown shops, corner liquor stores, laundromats, pawn shops, some fast food places, and the like. Or you might not find any area amenities for miles. So who are the residents of Class D neighborhoods? They're of course good families, but you may also find drug houses and people who are up to no good. When it comes to financials, the tenants in this area are very low income earners. Additionally, in comparison to a C neighborhood, if you drive down a D street in the middle of the day, you may find people hanging out on the street or on their porches instead of going from 9 to 5 at their place of employment. And that's because there is a lot of people that are not working. You will see a lot of people that are living off of the system. As you can guess, this is an extremely risky property class to invest in. Vacancies can play a big part in lowering your ROI. Even though the cost of the property might be cheaper due to its age and condition, the repairs and renovations may be beyond expensive. Class D locations could potentially transition to Class C, depending where they are located in the area, which will raise the equity and monthly rent. But you would really have to do your research and be 100% sure that the neighborhood is up and coming. This is a very typical in some of the neighborhoods that I've seen where there is kind of a mix that you have houses that are very well kept, and then you have 2 or 3 houses down the road that are border up. And that is really very typical of some of the areas that are gentrifying. And this might be a Class C transitioning to a D or a D to a C. So you just have to look at what's around and what are the financial factors and employment areas. So let's take a look at the pros on this property. The pros is that it's very low cost, and but you will have probably a lot of repairs. And the cons is a high vacancy. So this properties for investors, in some cases, they are very lucrative, because what happens is that because there's a lot of people that are not working, they will be on the system, and they will be mostly Section 8 tenants. And we will discuss what Section 8, and remember, this is only for the United States, but it is the equivalent of a low-income housing in Canada. And the government is really subsidizing these locations. So if you are risky and if you're willing to do the work, some investors that I know, they only do D-class neighborhoods, and they made a really good income. But it depends on your comfort level. So there you have it. So now we are completed with all of the classifications. So now that you have all the characteristics on all of the neighborhoods, A, B, C, and D, tell me in the comments which one you would prefer. It depends. I don't know what your comfort level is and what your expertise is when it comes down to real estate investing. If you're a beginner, you may not want to invest in D properties, but also you may not be able to invest in A properties. So B or C might be your best bet. However, some other investors that are a little farther along, they might invest in neighborhoods that are higher class, like an A. And what I've seen as well is some investors that are very savvy and that they know and they can predict that neighborhoods are up and coming, they will buy a large lot of properties in D neighborhoods and rehab them, and therefore move the entire area into a C classification, which it will significantly raise their ROI because they're buying at a very discounted price. So it depends on where you are and what strategy you're following. So please comment and let me know, after you know all these neighborhoods, what is the neighborhood that is your favorite? We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you for being here on the show. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when there are more shows available. And if you would like to have more information on how to start investing in real estate, please visit my website at www.aracelihernandez.com. Thank you.